and I'm in one of Nova Scotia's newest nature reserves in the northern part of the province. And I love coming to these areas because they are intact ecosystems where you can find all the representative species of the Acadian and boreal forest. The image I took earlier, that was just a little preamble. This is what I was really trying to get to, was this stream that runs through this nature reserve, coming from a water source, large boreal bogs about 2 or 3 miles to the west. So what I'm looking for here is just have a little meander around, looking, being aware. There's lots of really interesting things here, a lot of old trees, a lot of beautiful, as you can see, mossy forest floor, some great angles. So I'm going to just take my time and just wander up this stream, just taking images as I go. I'm using my Bronica SQA 6x6 medium format film camera today. I think I'm going to start right here. I've been wandering around here for a few minutes now, so I have a pretty good idea of what I want. I'm shooting Kodak T-Max 400. It's a very overcast day, which is perfect for shooting rivers like today, and it's just starting to snow a little bit. Normally at this time of year we'd have a couple of feet of snow, but it's been very warm the last few days. So I really love the angle of the tree coming down into the water. Now in just that very short period of time, the light has actually gone up one stop. There we go. So I know from experience that eventually you're going to find something really unique in the woods, and this is really taking my eye. And what I love about it, of course, it's a big boulder, a big granite boulder with all the ferns, but to really add to the photograph, we've got 2 brooks coming in here, as well as some really eye-catching icicles over there. So somewhere here there's a photograph. I'm about a mile in now into this new nature reserve, and it's pretty beautiful. There's a few woodpeckers, some chickadees around. Just a really lovely example of the Acadian Forest at this time of year. All right. So I'll take you down here and you'll see where this image might be. So we also have some lovely old growth here. It's looks like red spruce, which is Nova Scotia's provincial tree. So that's a pretty nice shot there. If I just jump across the brook, a little bit of contrast. If I zoom in a little bit, So there's definitely something here. So I'm going to get to work. I must say I find it very hard filming and photographing, and a lot of times I don't film. I find it takes away from the work, and your mind is always being interrupted. But I do like to give you guys an example of how I'm thinking and why these places mean so much to me. Okay.
I'm looking to try and give this image a bit of a sense of the size of these trees here. So I'm going to put the rock right in the bottom sort of left hand side of the frame. Yeah, that looks good. Polarizer here really helps to take the sheen off of the water. Just gives it some nice contrast. I'm going to shoot this in both black and white and color.
And the shadows are very much the same as they were for the last image I took, so the light hasn't really changed that much.
I always like to check every little corner of the photograph. Okay, looks all right.
That's giving me f22 at 4 seconds. So I've just breathed on the back of my dark slide, which of course gives condensation, so I'll just let it disappear, because it's about -7 degrees Celsius right now, and of course any condensation won't be good. So my color back on. This is Kodak Hectare 100. So of course I have to recalculate the exposure for 100 ASA. Which is going to give me f11 at 4 seconds.
That looks lovely and sharp. Okay. One of the things you have to be very careful of when you get the camera back into my studio is I always double wrap them in plastic bags inside the cases and everything, and that prevents the humidity and the moisture from forming on the camera itself, because I don't think these old cameras are very well sealed. I had an experience last year when I was photographing a river, and I wasn't thinking, and put the camera gear in the car. It was cold out, first sort of frost of the year, and condensation formed inside the camera. So I got the film back from the processor, and it was all like runs down the whole film where the moisture had got in. I think that's what caused it. So I'm very careful, especially on a day like today where it's so cold. Anyway, it's hard to believe this is January. I mean, there's no snow here. So, like I said earlier, we'd had 2 feet here. It's been a really lovely morning out, just away from people, away from the gadgets and the internet. So, very enjoyable for me. I'm going to explore here for a little while longer and see what else I can find. Take care, everybody, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.